I'll be talking about the inner workings of a car engine. Specifically, I will talk about the 4-stroke 7 engine and what makes the car run. Have you ever wondered how your car works and what makes it run? Well, I'll be explaining that today. I will be explaining the 4 strokes of a car engine, and then I will explain what they do to make the car move. What are the 4 strokes? Well, the 4 strokes are as followed in this order: the intake stroke, followed by the compression stroke, then the power stroke, and finally the exhaust stroke. I will now be telling you how the 4 strokes work with the engine. The intake stroke. This is the first stroke. The intake stroke takes a fuel-air mixture out of the intake valve, that happens as the piston is moving down in the engine. The piston then moves back up, creating the compression stroke. As it gets to the top, it hits the spark plug, where the air-fuel mixture ignites and combusts, creating the power stroke, which pushes the piston back down. As the piston is pushed down, it is pushed down with enough force to bring the piston back around and push it back up, which is the exhaust stroke, where the exhaust valve then opens up and takes the fuel-air mixture out. Now, how do these 4 strokes make the car move and keep it moving? Well, as your car is moving and the pistons are moving in the order of the intake, compression, power, and exhaust stroke, the strokes create power, which continues to move the pistons, which in turn moves the crankshaft. And the crankshaft is connected to your rear differential, which moves the rear wheels in a rear-wheel drive vehicle. Now, as this is happening, the crankshaft also turns the camshaft, which controls the valves, the intake and exhaust to be more specific. As it is moving, there is specific divots cut out of the camshaft that turn and hit the valves at a specific time, depending on where the either piston 1, 2, 3, or 4 are sitting. As it moves, as the piston comes up and pulls back down, the cam turns and hits the intake valve, which allows the fuel-air mixture to come in, and then it moves on to the compression, power, and back to the exhaust. Now, as it gets to the exhaust, the cam turns again, and another divot in the cam hits the exhaust valve, which opens the exhaust valve to let out the old fuel-air mixture out, and which in turn allows a new fuel-air mixture to come in when the cycle restarts. All this information I gathered through the University of Technical Engineering. On their online website, I've posted a link. So if you want to learn more information of something I did not explain or do not quite understand, you can go there. I hope this information was helpful and informative on what the 4 strokes are and how they aid in the working of your vehicle. Now, the next time you start your car, think about what really goes into making this useful machine work to our advantage. Thank you.